factors. What are those? Let us see. Two factors. First one is obviously the force. How much is the force applied? If you apply more force, then more turning effect will be there. Faster it will turn. Okay. डोर को अगर थोड़ा सा फोर्स अप्लाई करेंगे वो जल्दी जल्दी ओपन नहीं होगा, टर्निंग जल्दी नहीं होगा. Okay, but if you apply more force, then the turning effect will be greater. Okay, so first thing it depends upon is the force applied. The force applied, obviously it depends upon the force applied. And second thing, and that is more important thing, is the perpendicular distance of the line of action of the force from axis of rotation. Okay, second one is perpendicular distance from perpendicular distance of the line of action from line of action of the force from the axis of rotation. Okay, so that means it depends on this turning effect depends upon two things. One is the force applied and another is the perpendicular distance of the line of action from the axis of rotation. Okay, so if I draw a figure so that it will be clear to you. For example, force is applied here. This is the axis of rotation, let us say, and here is a point, here is an object that is somehow tied, you can imagine anyway. Okay, and suppose, okay, let me change the point size object to little bigger one, then it will be more clear. Let us say object is something like this. Okay, and force is applied along this direction like this. This is the axis of rotation. This is the point where the axis intersects with this object, let us say. Okay, then this perpendicular distance, this is the line of action. If force is acting along this line, then this line is called as your line of action. Okay, this is your line of action of the force. So the perpendicular distance from the line of action of the force to the axis of rotation. Okay, so what will be the perpendicular distance? It is not this distance. It is the distance that is perpendicular to the line. This is the distance. Okay, so this is the distance d. So basically, the turning effect depends upon two things. One is the force, and second is this distance, perpendicular distance. Okay, if this distance is more, then it is easier, or the rotation will be more. You can even see this. If you open a door, then if you put your hand towards the end of the door, then you can open the door very easily. And if you put the end, apply force with your hand near to the, what you can say, the joining of the door, then it is very difficult to open. Correct, no? So if the distance is more from the axis of rotation, the perpendicular distance is more, that means the rotational, the turning effect is easier. Okay, so this turning effect depends upon two things. One is the force, another one is the perpendicular distance of the line of action of the force. Okay, so these are the two things. Our turning effect depends. Okay, now let us move to torque, the proper definition of torque. Yeah, so how do we define torque? This is only just what you can say, qualitative statement. So how can we define torque or moment of force? Okay, so moment of force or torque, how can we define? So basically, the torque is the turning effect of force. Let me write it once again. the torque is turning effect of force okay, about the axis of rotation. About the axis of rotation. Now, how do we define this torque mathematically? That is given in this statement. It is measured as the product of the force and the perpendicular distance between the line of action of the force and the axis of rotation. So, whatever two things just now is discussed, product of both of them is what is called as your torque. That is how the torque is defined. So, it is measured as the product of force and perpendicular distance between the line of action and the axis of rotation. Okay, so this is the thing. The object is here. Okay, force is applied in this direction, let us say. So this is our line of action. This is force F is applied to the object, which causes the turning effect, and the perpendicular distance is this one. This is perpendicular. So this is the perpendicular distance. Let me name these points O, P. This is point O, and suppose this is point P where the force is acting, and this is N, point N. Okay, then according to this statement, it is measured the torque. This is the symbol, okay, for torque, that is tau. Okay, Greek symbol. So the tau, that is equal to product of force. So product of force means that is F multiplied by the perpendicular distance between the line of action and the axis of rotation. So this is the perpendicular distance, that is ON. Okay, F multiplied by ON. So ON is nothing but D. I can name it as D, distance D. Then I can write torque as F into D. So that is FD. Okay, so this is the torque that is applied to this object when force F is applied, and which is at a distance, perpendicular distance from the axis of rotation, that is D. Okay, in that case the torque is FD. Okay, so this distance D is what is called as your arm, lever arm. So basically in words also I can write torque is equal to force multiplied by lever arm. Okay, just to remember the statement, you can remember even like this: torque is equal to force multiplied by lever arm. Okay, now from this, what can I write about, what can I say about the unit of torque, SI unit of torque and its dimension? Yes, the SI unit of torque is Newton meter. Okay, so obviously torque, we have force, that is Newton, and distance, that is meter. So Newton meter is the unit, or in CGS unit also it is given, that is dyne centimeter. In CGS it is dyne centimeter. Okay, and the dimension of
M1 L2 T minus 2.
yeah, so dimension will be Newton we have what is the dimension for Newton?
M1 L1 T minus 2.
Yes, so m1 l1 t minus 2, and then for meter we have simply l1. So together we can combine these two and write m1 l2 t minus 2. Okay, so m1 l2 t minus 2 is the dimension of your torque. Clear? Now there is one sign convention here. Sign convention, what is that? Yeah, sign convention is there. So it says that the moment of force or the torque is taken positive if the turning tendency of the force is anti-clockwise and negative if it is clockwise. Okay, let me write that. This is just a convention, it is not an absolute rule or something like that. Okay, the turning the moment of force what is called as torque is taken positive if the turning effect, if the turning tendency of force is anti-clockwise. Okay, is anti-clockwise. Clear? And it is negative if it is clockwise, and negative if it is clockwise. Yeah, so certain force, if it is making the object to rotate anti-clockwise, then we call that moment of force as the convention is positive. That means the moment of force is positive. And if it is cutting, if it is creating, that is your yeah, clockwise rotation, then we call it as negative. Okay, so this is small sign convention that is there. Now come to next one, that is your principle of moments. What is principle of moments? Let us see. So you must have seen this weight balance. Just a normal one I will draw here. Force is applied here. Force is applied here, maybe smaller or bigger. And the point of what you can say, the point where axis of rotation is there is somewhere here. O. This is the distance d1. Yeah.
So when the force is anti-clockwise, it is positive or negative?
When the force causes the rotation anti-clockwise, then it is positive. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So this is the distance d1, this is distance d2. So different we have, not same. d1 is maybe smaller, d2 is larger, or the other way around, no problem. And some weight is there, m1, so the force will be m1g, and another weight with mass m2 is there, so force will be m2g. Okay, so this is the situation. So in this situation we will see what is your principle of moments. So obviously different amount of forces are acting at different points, as well as the distances are also different. Okay, and this is the point, or this is the axis of rotation. So in this case, if we change the masses or the distance, you can see there will be clockwise or anti-clockwise rotation of the whole system. Okay. Now suppose the system is at balanced. It is balanced, that means it's not rotating. Rotational equilibrium is there. Okay. So in that situation, what we can say? So when a body is in rotational equilibrium, the sum of clockwise rotation and anti-clockwise rotation, they cancel each other. Okay. And the total rotation is 0. So this is what is called as your principle of moments. So when a body is in rotational equilibrium, suppose this whole system is in rotational equilibrium, that means forces are different and distances are different, still the body is the system is not rotating about the axis. Okay. So in that case, when the body is in rotational equilibrium, then the sum of clockwise moments and moments about any point. So what is the point here? About any point, this is the point O. About this point O, okay, is equal to the sum of anti-clockwise moments. Okay, about the same point only. About the point, or you can say the algebraic sum of moments about any point is 0, or you can say the algebraic sum of moments about any point is 0. Okay. So if the system is in equilibrium, that means rotational equilibrium, if it is not rotating, then obviously whatever amount of force acting here and here, the moment of force, that means the torque caused by both the forces are same. So this force F2 is causing a clockwise movement and F1 is causing anti-clockwise movement. So this clockwise and anti-clockwise movement, they cancel each other. Okay, they are equal and opposite. Okay, we are taking one as positive, when taking another as negative. So when we are adding, that means making the algebraic sum, one is positive, one is negative. So both cancel each other, and hence the total moment is 0. Clear? So this is what is called as your principle of moments. So when a body is in rotational equilibrium, if it is not rotating about any point O, that means the clockwise movement and anti-clockwise movements, whatever are there, their sum, that is sum of clockwise movements and anti-clockwise movements, they cancel each other, and the total is 0. Okay, this is what is called as your principle of moments. So in this case, you can see the clockwise movement, anti-clockwise movements, is equal to, that is your F2 into about O. Just a minute. Okay, no need to write this, simply I will write directly. So both clockwise and anti-clockwise movements, they are equal and opposite. So that means basically we can write anti-clockwise movement is equal to clockwise movement. Anti-clockwise movement is equal to clockwise movement. So F1 is causing anti-clockwise movement like this. So I can write that is your F1 multiplied by distance. Let us say this is D1 and this is D2. So F1 into D1 is equal to F2 into D2. Okay, so the moment of force says that F1 into D1 is equal to F2 into D2. Now F1 is nothing but the weight of the object only. So I can write it as W1 into D1, and that is equal to W2 into D2. Okay. So in words also I can write that is load into load arm. Suppose this is we are taking as load and this is we are taking as, let us say, effort. Then load into load arm is equal to load multiplied by load arm is equal to effort multiplied by effort arm. This is the statement to remember. Okay. So basically F1 into D1 is equal to F2 into D2. Okay. So whenever the system is in equilibrium, then we have F1 into D1 is equal to F2 into D2. This is the thing. Clear? Yeah. Now let us move on to next. That is your. Yeah, this is also called as lever principle. Okay, principle of movements, or what is called as your lever principle. It has one more name, the principle of movements or lever principle also. Sometimes in exam it may ask what is lever principle. Then you have to write this statement. Yes. Next, one more thing, one more small topic is there, that is called as your couple. Okay. So what is couple and what are the effects on the body? Let us see. So next is what is called as your couple. Yeah, so couple means a pair of equal and opposite forces when they are acting on the body, then they constitute a couple. Okay, so the forces must be equal and opposite. In the previous case, we saw that the forces are not equal. Okay, they're different. F1 is different, F2 is different. But when the forces are equal and opposite, and they both of them are acting on the body and causing the rotational effect, then that is what is called as your couple. Okay, so let me write the statement. A pair of equal and opposite forces, a pair of equal and opposite forces acting on a body yeah, along two different lines of action, along two different lines of action. Yes, along two different line of action, then they constitute a couple. Yeah, for example, a body is there, something like this, and let me draw the figure properly. Okay, any random shaped body is there, and suppose F1 force is acting at point A here and F2 is acting point B here. This is force F. F1 is F only, same, because we have both F1 and F2 both are equal but in opposite direction. Okay, so this is the force F acting at the point A. Same amount of force is also acting on the point B. Okay, but in opposite direction. Okay, this is one more force, that is F. So F is acting on A in the downward direction. Again, F is acting on the point B in the upward direction. So you can see the statement, a pair of equal and opposite force, obviously equal and opposite, and their lines are different. That is, the lines of action are different. So the line of action for the first force is here and the line of action is different, entirely different. Okay, so this is what is called as your, they constitute a couple. Okay, now let us say the distance between them is d. Okay, let me draw here, the distance is d. Okay, now let us say the point of rotation is somewhere here, that is the point O, and the distance between AO is, let us say, d1, and the distance between these 2 points O and B, let us say d2. Okay, so force acting at the point A is F in the downward direction. Force acting at the point B is again F only, but in opposite direction, and the line of action is different. Okay, and let us say both of them are causing rotation about this point O. Okay, about the point O, the axis passing through the point O, and the distance AO is d1 and this is d2. Okay, now in this case, the moment or the torque of the couple is how much? Moment of or torque of the couple. Okay, is equal to how much? Let us see. Is equal to tau, that is equal to, I can write it as F is acting at the point A and the arm distance is d1. That's why the torque here will be F into d1. Okay, and another force F is acting in the opposite direction. Okay, and the distance is d2. So F into d1 plus again F into d2. Okay, F into d1 plus F into d2. So that is equal to F into d1 plus d2. I can take F common, and in the bracket d1 plus d2. Now this d1 plus d2 is the total length, that is your d. You can see here, this is d1, this is d2. So sum of both of them is d. So F into d. Okay, now see here one interesting thing, that is, if I shift this point O from here to somewhere here, let us say, the distances d1 and d2 now changes, they change. Okay, even if the distances d1 and d2 change, the total distance, that is d, remains constant. So that means the torque or the moment of the forces, that is the couple, it is independent of the point of rotation. Wherever is the point of rotation, the total torque, the torque will be F into d. The torque on the object will be F into d, and it is independent of the point. So here one more thing we can see, the moment of torque is nothing but the force multiplied the distance between 2 points. Okay, so let me write that also. So the force is equal to, yeah, the moment of couple is equal to the moment of couple is equal to, I think it is visible to you, yeah, is equal to what? The product of force, either of the force, F, both are acting, so you can take either of the force, equal to the product of either of the force and what else? The distance between the 2 points. Okay, and the distance between their lines of action. Okay, and the perpendicular distance, yeah, between their lines of actions, between their lines of actions. Yes, we can see the torque, that is tau, is equal to F into d. So F is nothing but force, equal and opposite force, so we are taking one of them only, and the distance between the two axes, okay, or two lines of action, you can say. So this is the line of action and this is second line of action. So the distance between them is the total distance d. So F into d. Okay. And next point is, important point is, that is your, it is independent of the point of rotation. So whatever is the point of rotation, the torque remains same. Okay. So next point is, torque of a couple is independent of the choice of point of rotation. The torque of a couple is independent of the choice of point of rotation. Okay, independent of the choice of the point of rotation. So obviously that is clear from the figure itself. Suppose if I move the point O from here to somewhere here, then the D1 is now different and D2 is now different. Okay, but the sum D1 plus D2 is still same, that is the distance AB itself. Okay, so it is independent of the point. Wherever is the point you choose, the total distance remains same, and the torque is equal to whatever the force applied, F multiplied by the total distance. It is independent of individual distances D1 and D2. Okay, it depends only on the total distance D. Okay, so therefore tau is equal to F into D. Yeah, so this is all about your torque, moment of force or torque, and some more terms. Okay, so for today this much only. Next class only we will discuss, continue with this one. Okay, let me take attendance first. Yeah, section A students only attendance will be taken today. B section students, you have to mark your attendance in the Google Classroom. Okay, and then you can leave the class, no problem.
Sir, please read about the other line.
Which one?
The torque of a couple is independent of either
Okay, the torque of a couple is independent of the choice of the point of rotation. Choice of point of the rotation. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, who present? Aditya present. Ankit. Then Ayushi Verma. Baladitya. Bhavya Verma. 9 is permanently absent. 10. Dhananjay present. 12. Then 14. 16. 18.
18 Kushita Udani present, sir.
18 Khushita present. Then 19 Kuldeep.
Present, sir.
20 Kuldeep.
Present, sir.
Yeah, Kumari Bhumika present.
Present, sir.
Kusagar Vaishnav.